Today I'm going to be talking about MrBeast's latest drama, as it's gotten pretty big and talked about online by some big creators. I want to talk about it, show other people's inputs on it, like big creators and just some spectators. And I want to kind of talk about it myself because it kind of relates to all YouTubers, and it's a kind of important conversation to have. But to start, MrBeast is the owner of a website called Viewstats, which is basically Social Blade, but renewed and has more features with it. If you don't know, Social Blade is a website where you used to be able to track your live sub count, but due to a update on YouTube, completely screwed over that system, and now you are basically, you're stuck like just kind of seeing a round number instead of the exact for the most part. But in past interviews, MrBeast has talked about how much he loves showing and talking about analytics and analyzing how to succeed on YouTube. And this website is basically that, as it helps YouTubers with thumbnail ideas, thumbnails in general, as well as other video factors like titles and etc. But on June 21st, MrBeast put out a tweet talking about the new project that was released that ended up getting him a lot of backlash. The tweet says, Viewstats just dropped AI thumbnails, and it takes the guesswork out of what thumbnails will perform. Just prompt what you're looking for, and it will generate a data-backed viral thumbnail. Happy face, viewstats.com. And then it shows a graphic, a promotional graphic of sorts, where it talks about how you can compare it to other YouTubers, show how outlier people thumbnails and videos, like what makes them special and important, and more. Also, here is the promotional video that came with it.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're MrBeast. You would just type in MrBeast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward. Now let's say you don't want to take inspiration from a YouTube channel, you don't have to. As you can see here, I have a very descriptive prompt describing a Minecraft block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration. So now let's hit generate, and I think you're gonna be impressed with what this comes up with. I have not altered this in any way. Look at this thumbnail it came up with. That is actually insane. All from one single prompt and no inspiration from any other channel. You can type literally anything you want and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And step 3, to show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you can also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just gonna simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy. If you really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it, don't worry. We have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face. Okay, I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically. I could go on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit things and figure out what 1,000 buttons do. Now, you can literally just type into a prompt what you want, and it'll give it to you.
This entire service costs $80 a month and includes 1,000 AI credits per month, which I don't know what this equates to. I wonder how many thumbnails this makes in a time, or what is considered using the credit or not. I feel like this is supposed to help not spam and keep a moderate uploading schedule and just not overusing it and abusing it. But also it helps generate viral thumbnails, thumbnail style to any channel, face swap where you can put yourself in any image you generate, recreate your favorite YouTubers' thumbnails or just their favorite thumbnails in general, and get the perfect thumbnail with AI editing, and of course access to the Discord, as they have a Discord for this website that I guess talks about analytics and stuff as well. Problem is though, is that this entire thing is hypocritical towards MrBeast, as back a few years ago in 2021, it was a big trend to basically copy and paste MrBeast videos, all the way down to the titles, the thumbnails, and the video idea itself, and how they were edited and like made. In 2021, he talked about this in a tweet saying, "The largest channel in Russia just takes my thumbnails and photoshops his face onto mine." And then also showed like comparisons of how the Russian channel and the non-Russian channel like compared, and also the videos. A bunch of commentary YouTubers actually talked about this in the past, and I still think it's corny. I still think it's wrong to directly copy someone like this. I think it just makes you unoriginal and also makes it soulless. And it was just really annoying at the time. There were some big YouTubers that took big offense to this as well. Jacksepticeye being an example, who already doesn't like MrBeast, but whenever in the background of the promotional video where it shows all the other profile pictures of other YouTubers, he was also shown in this along with others, and he did not like this at all, saying, "What the actual heck?" And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into. Heck AI. Some Ordinary Gamers, also known as Mudahar, says, "AI thumbnails promoted from the biggest creator on the platform. What a joke." So a bunch of bigger YouTubers, one, didn't appreciate being involved or having their name on this because it kind of looks like they supported it, which of course a lot of people are not going to support this stuff anyway, and I'll get onto why later. Some other smaller people, I think some of these are kind of YouTubers or just people that are kind of around. Kitty Bit Games and Cosplay says, "So the biggest YouTuber is pushing AI while also posting about how he hopes everyone watches his work because of how much creative effort went into it. So you understand the value of work and the creativity, but don't understand that this tech is destroying the concept of both." Teo says, "A man with the highest subscriber count is asking other creators to use AI thumbnails. Embarrassing. Is this a 3D model?" says, "Too lazy to even make a thumbnail? Dang." Kudos says, "Huge L man, you're the biggest creator on the platform and you're promoting AI garbage, putting so many thumbnail creators out of jobs. Thought you cared about content." So due to the backlash from everyone, MrBeast ended up quickly deleting this stuff from the website on Viewstats and also just his tweet in general, and he ended up making a promotional tweet about a video he just uploaded like he always does. And someone quote tweeted it saying, "Dude deleted the AI thumbnails post and is acting like nothing happened." Which, I mean, yeah, he kind of low-key was because he didn't immediately respond. He first posted about that. But apparently some YouTubers went and talked to MrBeast, Eric Pointcrow being one of them at least, saying, "Had a chat with MrBeast about this AI thumbnail creation tool. While I'm uncertain what will be happening moving forward, I've voiced my thoughts directly to him. Great idea to want to help make content creation more accessible, but this isn't remotely the solution to that and actually fundamentally hurts creators as a whole. Just mentioning because I think it's important to note that he reached out, even though we still largely disagree, leaving everything up to discourage this still, and I'll count this hopefully as my bookend to the saga. Cheers." And then MrBeast, and his only actual response to this entire situation was replying to this tweet, saying, "I appreciate all the feedback. I love the YouTube community more than anyone can even remotely comprehend. Already working on changes like face swap should only be used to swap your face on your thumbnail, obviously not others. And overall, I'll build this more in a way to be an inspiration for artists / a tool they use and not to replace them. Very good feedback." Although, from what it sounded like, the entire point of this was to replace thumbnail work in the entirety. And also, no matter what you do, you can probably make something good enough to where they actually just use that as the thumbnail instead. To go on, he says, "My goal with Viewstats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army." And some people made a good point, such as this takes out creativity, this takes out originality and jobs for certain people, because some people literally just do thumbnails or make thumbnails for bigger YouTubers as their job, and this could possibly take that away. And that's a big thing already in the conversation of AI, is taking away certain jobs. And I believe that it probably will in the future in some ways, or at least more so hurt jobs than anything. My personal thoughts are AI is kind of scary. I feel like it could be used overall for good things, whether it's cheating on your schoolwork or grading your papers for you and helping you with work of any kind, whether it's school, personal, or whatever. It can help, and there are good examples of it helping out people and helping yourself. But whenever you take a huge part of creativity out of making videos and making them your own, it becomes weird and soulless. I mean, MrBeast has been called out for his thumbnails looking really weird in his use of AI, or at least it looks like it, where his face is kind of cartooned in a way in his thumbnails. And his thumbnails sort of look good. He is the biggest YouTuber and he is doing something right, but at the same time, I prefer how basically everyone else makes their thumbnails. But I mean, MrBeasts are so unique and stand out, so I guess it's kind of like an exception. An example that I can at least relate to or compare is whenever commentary YouTubers follow certain trends and thumbnails instead of doing their own. It becomes a thing where you look like you love the game less, and it's less you, it's less original, and like I said it before, kind of takes out the soul, the heart, the guts of you and your content. Jack was kind of right and predicted this entirely, that it became more about views and popularity.
Completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
Although that's a thing that a lot of YouTubers, and most of them, are trying to get, you know, the views, the popularity, the subscribers, at the end of the day, you should still want to be and still completely be yourself and not attempt to copy others. Especially because this is so hypocritical to what MrBeast thought of years ago, and the entire commentary community thought years ago. And now he is kind of promoting that type of behavior. I still don't think this should go all the way through, and I feel like even if he doesn't do it, someone else will. So it's just kind of hard to say. This being $80 a month, though, is kind of crazy, though. I mean, unless you have a job, or you're already a YouTuber that's making a decent amount of money. So I guess that's kind of like a good stepping stone, is to make it a little bit more pricey so not everyone can have it. Also, limiting the people to only a certain amount of thumbnails being able to be made per month is also a good step in the right direction. But overall, like I said before, I think every YouTuber should be themselves. I think that this is not a great idea to have on the platform. I think that we should be ourselves, be original. And I want to know what you all think, because people have been saying, oh, the anti-AI idiots are just going to go all over this and be hating on it. Basically saying that if you were anti-AI, you were kind of weird, or you were on the wrong side of this. And I don't really see that. Like I said before, there's good and bad with this. But I feel like in certain ways, and the points that I made, I think they're valid. I think they're understandable. But I want to know what you all think in the comments down below. And make sure, of course, to be, civil, because this could be an interesting conversation in the comments below. I wonder what both viewers of just any channel think, or like YouTube watchers, and also YouTube, like people, if they were going to make thumbnails or be in their positions. So from the position of a creator and the position of a, actual viewer, what they think. Because you could also just have a bunch of people that have these same looking thumbnails, and then at that point, it's not really fun anymore. It's not really the meta, and then the meta just goes back down to you being yourself and being original. So unless it completely does a 180, or it has a 180 effect, and it is possible, but it's still going to just kind of ruin the app a little bit in the website. Also, like, one of the funner things about being a YouTuber and also being able to look back at your old content and being able to look back at your old videos and such, and even your thumbnails, and then looking at them now, is to kind of see like how you've progressed, or maybe how some things have stayed the same, or and stuff like that. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below about this. If you like this video, I make other videos on internet dramas, locales, and more. So make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to follow my Twitter, is linked in the description below. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and keep God close.